Everybody joining me on the show this week, the first returning guest this season on the Wiregrass High School Football Report, Geneva County head coach Joshua Thompson, coming off a 14-7 opening game win against Luverne. Coach Thompson, welcome back to the show. Appreciate you doing it, and congratulations on the win Friday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yes, sir. It was a good start.
Yeah, just obviously you want to always start out 1-0, but just that first game jitters. I know the players, yourself, you're excited at that first game. Just how big and important is to really, when you do start the season off 1-0, just getting that first win when the first time you hit the field.
Well, it makes all the work that you do in the spring and all summer. It makes all the and then all fall camp. It makes all that feel worth it when you come out there and get that first game. I know for the boys, they don't want to be up there all summer with us, and we make them do it. So it I guess it reinforces to them, all that work that you put in. Actually, you have a consequence for it. And you get a win. You get to start the season 1-0.
They're going against Luverne. And is there any challenge in that? Because they had already played a game. Is there any challenge in that? Or it actually was a benefit for you guys because you actually got to see film on them and they didn't have anything on you?
Right. It was. You can look at it both ways. We did get the film, from where they played Brantley. It's hard to judge off Brantley because Brantley's year in and year out the top 5 team in 1A.
Yeah.
But you did get that film, and I had a couple films from last year that they done, that I've kind of been watching over the summer, but really don't know how much is, they have the same coaching staff, so you don't know how much is really going to carry over. So when you got that, we saw them play week 0 against Brantley and got that film, it kind of helped. And, we played a half of a spring game, and it got rained out at halftime, but it was a monsoon. I told the Luverne coach when we talked, I was like, look, that first half we played in a monsoon rain. We're lucky that it got to halftime.
Just coming out, just kind of overall thoughts, just on your team. What did you learn most about your team in the 14-7 victory?
Well, they have heart, and there's a couple times in the second half where they could have, we could have backed down, and we didn't. They came through, and defensively we played really, really well. We had a few missed assignments. Offensively, you got a lot to clean up, and up front, just had a bunch of, just botched assignments up front that we can't have happen against good teams, especially moving forward the next couple of weeks.
And I know on offense, one of the bright spots, I know Brennan Hall, and I saw the highlight both on WTY and on WDHN of the broken tackles, and I see you there all excited, and you had a good vantage point of that, and it set up a touchdown for your first touchdown with Jose Martinez.
Right.
Just from your vantage point, the breaking the tackles, continue to go. What did you see out of that play out of your running back?
Well, I'd actually just sent. I was being sure my offensive coordinator, Coach Sumner, I was being sure he's seen it because in the backfield, the running back to the play side actually went the wrong way, so they actually ran into each other in the backfield. All right, and all you see is Coach Sumner taking his headset off on the sideline, and he's about to throw it down, and then you see Brennan break out and breaks 4 tackles, and his head down the sideline. I think he stepped out like a 4, and then Jose ran that one in. But I mean, I'm glad he's on our team.
Looking at the stats that come out, had 142 yards and 1 touchdown in the game. Just what was he doing? What was obviously I know offensive line's a big deal with that too as well. But what just describe his play on Friday night?
Well, he also had 8 tackles on defense. He had a pass breakup. He has really good vision, especially for a sophomore. You wouldn't think that he would pick up. He's always just been able to outrun everybody. And now he's still fast, but he has really good vision in between the tackles. Better than I thought he did. And he sees stuff develop really, before we see it. That's kind of what we said about him. We had Emmanuel here. Same thing. Like he could see stuff way before we saw it. He knew, he just had a great vision. That's the same with Brendan. Brendan gets an open field. He's hard to bring down one-on-one.
Yeah, and I think, with running backs, that's always really big because it's almost like a quarterback's mentality. Because if you can see the hole, you see what's going to happen before it happens. I mean, that can make you even more dangerous and lethal as a running back.
Yeah, I think playing both sides of the ball helps him too. He's defensively, I think out of the first 7 plays on defense, I think he had 4 tackles out of the first 7 plays from the safety spot. And they were like for gains of 2 and 3. So he's coming downhill, wanting to hit. He's not coming off the field much, so he better enjoy it.
Defensively, they only scored 7 points at Luverne. You guys got 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions. There was a fumble in there. I mean, Kinley Pryor, 3 tackles, a tackle for loss, an interception, fumble recovery. But what were you guys doing to them defensively that was kind of giving them some issues?
Well, what they were doing offensively, it's honestly kind of what we were doing offensively, a little bit of it, and with the wings and stuff, and we kind of had 2 different game plans kind of set up for it just in case. Our first wasn't working. We had a backup plan. I think on their third drive is the one where they drove 12, 13 plays down the field and scored. And we'd actually, when they got inside the 20, we'd actually changed it up a little bit. And, it didn't work, obviously. They went in and scored. But, just our strength is our speed and our athleticism, and, just trying to let them play football and not have to think. I think you want them to think, know where to go and know where to be, but you want them to, be really quick, do what they do, and know where to go on every set, and make it really simple for them and let them play football.
And Isaiah Hutcherson, he had a big game for you guys as well on Friday. And I know the Dothan Eagle had 10 tackles on the stat line, so big game for him.
He did. He played really well defensively. Him and Kinley are kind of our outside linebackers there. They do a really good job, at both them spots. He also played a lot on offense too. He's kind of our fullback, and I think he had 10 or 11 carries. I don't think he had many yards, but he got a bunch of touches offensively.
Yeah, I know it's today's age of football. You guys have a fullback. Just when you hear fullback, you don't hear it as much as you used to.
I know it's weird, but we're a little bit old school and stuff we're doing.
Hey, I think in all levels of football, teams that actually have a fullback have a really advantage because a lot of teams don't know how to defense against it.
Right, 90% of your team don't have a fullback at all, and it's getting to where there's not tight ends. So it's everything's just opening up. Just spread everybody out and try to get numbers advantages.
Yeah, if you watch football on Sundays, most of your tight ends are just really, really big wide receivers, basically.
And they're not in there to block. And even I was watching the NFL preseason a while ago, and they took the tight end out and just put in another offensive lineman to block. And the tight end came back in on the next set, was out wide. Different styles, for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. So this Friday, of course, we're doing this interview on a Sunday evening. You guys will play Ariton in the region opener. They are 1-1 on the year. I know they got a pretty good quarterback in Ian Sin, good running back in Jordan Smith. But what you've seen of Ariton so far, if you've seen any film on them, what's your takeaway from them, and just thoughts on the game for this Friday?
Yeah, that's my waffle test. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 days because I ain't done nothing around the house. Yeah, Ian Sin's a really good quarterback. I kind of know of him from basketball too. We've played him the last couple of years in basketball. And Jordan Smith, he's a heck of a running back. They got wide receiver. I think it's Landon Tyler. I think they are really good offensively. Coach Kilcrease does a great job up there, and mixing in plays, the different formations that he has. He's a really good coach, and they're a really good team.
Yeah, it's always got to be always the big week, getting into region play too. And I've always said this: 2A Region 2 is one of the toughest regions in the state. In any of the classifications, 2A Region 2 is always tough because it always seems like there's a team in there that it's like they didn't make the playoffs. So it's got to be like what is the kind of the message to the players as you jump into region play?
Well, the message to us is they got to take it week by week, and probably the best, probably the best team in our region, is week 1 for us of region play. They're really good. They're really well coached. They've got good size up front. Me and Coach Summer actually went up there a couple weeks ago and watched them, and I mean, they're just well coached and they're fundamental. We'll have to play a really good game, just to be in contention. That's what you want. I mean, you want games right here at the beginning of the year. That's going to test you, and it'll let you see where you're at as a team and what you need to work on. So that's why I'm glad we played Luverne. Week one. That's a really good test for us, kind of a measuring stick of what we do really well and what we really need to work on, because we go into region play. You go to Ariton, Abbeville the first 2 weeks. You better be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wish y'all all the good luck this Friday. And before we close out, is anything I didn't mention about the game on Friday night that you wanted to talk about, or anything with your team or the community there at Geneva County there in Hartford?
No, sir. It's I know I said last time it's an honor to be a coach here, and have Coach Sumner, Coach Hackett, and Coach Ant help me. It's an honor to have them be a part of it, and I just thank the community for their support. And let's do it again this Friday night.
Absolutely. And once again, good luck this Friday. Good luck rest of the season. Maybe we can check in again before the season's out.
Yeah, man, for sure. Just